Peace. Quick left. Think fast. Gematria is like the programming language of our physical matrix. Yep, I think I said that right. Peace, happy now, y'all. I ain't even going deep into discussion, but just really want to bring up how, gematria basically like tying the different alphabets to different numerical values, and the different numerical values giving off certain vibrations. But it's a few little systems just to show you. Matter of fact, and I thought about like one way the way gematria works. So certain letters have a value, like say for instance, I don't know if it's a matter of fact. Oh, and you use this form of gematria also, the one with the hands. Cause too, like when they was talking about in the beginning, there's the alpha and the omega. You got the alpha and the omega. You know what I'm saying? The word at the beginning was the word. You know what I'm saying? The word, you know what I'm saying, that manifests, and the numerical values behind them that help with those manifestations. Because I thought about, like, say for instance, you got a word that may be lucky, or your name or something. Like say for instance, a name where the values would equal up to 13, like, or some any type of lucky number. You know what I'm saying? Well, it will give your name that type of vibration, will give your name a lucky vibration. So, matter of fact, with the government, when they naming certain things, they naming it with gematria in mind because they trying to give it a certain little value, which sometimes they'll do it blatantly up front with values, like we're making 9/11, like September 11th, where they made that happen. So on September 11th, so it could be dealing with 911, and 911 could always constantly, like, ringing your subconscious like that, but that's how it basically works. And basically this is like the programming language. And anybody familiar with programming language, not that familiar, but like, you got computer programming where you get in the computer, you give it a set of information, and the set of information will allow the user to do certain things. Like you can make a computer program to do averages or whatever. But in this case, say for instance, we in a computer program to basically, in essence, a living simulation. So a computer program to pretty much do whatever you do so please. So the the computer programmer will have statements like, matter of fact, my favorite statement for people to understand computer programming is using if statements. But they got a thing in computer programming, I'm surprised I remember that, but called if statements. So like, if user uses a word that has a gematria value of 14, this user will have a bad day, but they will have good health. And then they will have a list of different things though for each different, and that's how extensive computer programming is. You know what I'm saying? So if you see you know, say for instance, a game that's very good, or some type of program that has a lot to it, that mean it had a lot of extensive programming go into it, because that mean for every little action, for you to be able to do all kind of things, they have to have all kind of basically like if statements are ways for you to input things and put out a certain different thing. But basically that's how gematria works. So if you're using this word on a verbal level, if the person in the matrix uses this word, then it gives off this value and this manifestation happens. You know what I'm saying? But it basically works in that manner. And also dealing with not to really get off the subject, but dealing with, somewhere with gematria and magic and alchemy and manifesting things. The Hebrew letters are basically like symbols that represent ideas, and they're made to invoke images from the subconscious mind. So Hebrew letters, reason why everything when you're dealing with magic and Kabbalah, all this, you see, it goes back to Hebrew letters, because Hebrew letters have a magical essence to them with manifestation, where just looking at them, they have a symbolism that could program your subconscious. Matter of fact, when you look at letters like, matter of fact, like the letter Shin, Shin in some cases. Matter of fact, I forgot what it's used in, but it's used in like some type of word that deals with a fiery energy. And you see how Shin looks like with some like a little flames, like some little flames rising up. Also could look like a little crown. But you know they just by looking at the letters in general, you know they give off a you know certain symbolisms to program your subconscious in order to manifest certain things. You know, and say for instance again like the physical matrix. You know how I said at the beginning was the word. You know at the beginning was the word in the name of God, Yad He Vad He or Jehovah. You know equals to the number 26, which is the amount of letters which you can make words with. You know, and manifest things like a God through your words and through your subconscious, through the right programming with the right Hebrew letters. You know, like that's why all this resonate. And then even add on top of that, you're adding even more value when you understand the programming language of this matrix. You know, aka Gematria. You know what I'm saying? Gematria is almost like geometry with letters and words in essence. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically like that, like I said, like a programming language of our physical matrix. And also, I got a few other notes, so I might as well show y'all since I'm right here, because I know I probably won't do a video just on this. Just talking about the significance of the number 7 and how, you know, dealing with 360, you know, 7 is the only number that doesn't really fully divide, you know. So when you know, so too, like information like this, reason why I find information like this important, because it's like another, like it's dealing with mathematics and science in essence of where you see another reason besides somebody just saying, hey, you got 7 chakras, or hey, there are 7 planets, hey, the number 7 is special. You know, instead of just hearing it in that manner, you get to see just different little things where, you know, 7 just, you know, shows how important it is, you know. There's also a thing where every 7 years, you know what I'm saying, our body changes completely. You know, like say for instance, from when you're born to when you make 7. So when you're 8 years old, when you're 8, you have every cell in your body, everything in your body at 8 years old is nothing the same as what you had in the previous 7. You know, you have a fully new system in essence, you know. And you just see the significance of 7 all across the board. The 7 notes in the major musical scale. I'm sorry, which you see 7 notes in which I put the little Masonic sign on the G because you know that's more of what they little symbolisms. You know, Mason or Ma and Son, Mason, Ma the mother figure and the Son the Christ figure. You know. Isis and Horus, you know, Isis and Heru, I should say. I really, I should say Os. I don't want to say it wrong. Was it Osset? I think it's Osset and Heru. But when I do things like that, y'all know I'm not sure. But you know, but basically the Christ, the mother and the Christ figure. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with so the name Freemason. I mean, the name Mason. You know, also plays on that my son. You know. But not to get too deep into that. But then also rainbow has 7 letters in it, and it's also equivalent to the amount of colors within the rainbow. Coincidence. So got 7 colors in the rainbow. Takes 7 letters to spell the word rainbow. We got 7 colors, 7 different chakras in our body that represented by 7 different colors, which are also represented by different musical notes, and there are 7 notes in the major scale. Hmm. Coincidence in a universe without coincidences, you know, or is this just our, you know, computer program, and this that, you know, the C++, Java, you know, it's our computer programming, man. The words and manifest thought processes, you know. Matter of fact, you even got this little science too, in which I just came across this. Matter of fact, because I always plug people in who well versed in this before I even get into it. The brethren Marty Leeds. He has a YouTube channel you should check out where he break down because some of this information I got from uh from his YouTube channel also. So you definitely want to check that out. But you know, you got 88 keys on the grand piano. You know, as a matter of fact, think about the piano, the Fibonacci spiral, and dealing with vibrations and everything comes from the from the phi ratio and dealing with pi. You know what I'm saying? The piano. You know what I'm saying? Because dealing with the piano, you got 88 keys on the piano. You got 28 phalanges in your hand, you know. 28 divided by 88, or 88 divided by 28 gives you a pie. Some of that good old universal pie. Eat that good universal pie, baby. But it's just all these things resonate, across the board. And then you even see where we have 14 phalanges, you know what I'm saying, on each hand. 14 divided by 2 is 7. You know what I'm saying? Like 7, tied into everything. Which the real numbers that's tied into everything is 3, 6, and 9. But 7 and 12 also. 3, 6, 9, 7, and 12 are like the matrix numbers, like, you know what I'm saying, dealing with planets, chakras, all that. Like those numbers resonate on mathematical levels, you know what I'm saying, like all that resonate. But that's basically about it. But just want to just show that basically Gematria is that programming language. So in which you're using different scales, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, you got the simple English Gematria, you got Hebrew letter Gematria, you got the English Gematria, but it's a simple English Gematria using the 6 scale. So it would be everything by sixes. So the values are by 6. But different words and everything, have value. So when you say a certain thing, it gives off a certain vibration and it creates a certain action within this computer program. You prompt the computer, matter of fact, I mean, you press you press a button, you get a response. But that's all, was basically everything. We in a physical matrix, but you start to see, matter of fact, lately I've been having an urge to want to go back and watch The Matrix too. Uh, Not The Matrix 2, but just The Matrix in general. Matter of fact, I want to watch all of them, to be real. But you could see. Matter of fact, also, let's see, when you're doing Gematria also too, I want to bring that up. No matter which one you do, so you see how I did 3 different Gematrias with the word Yark. And no matter how you slice it, it comes out to the value of 6. Matter of fact, because like when you're adding them up, whatever value you end up with you add it together. Like, you get 33, so 33 is 3 plus 3 equals 6, 24, 2 plus 4 equals 6. 69, what that is, 15, and then 5 plus 1 equals 6. You know, breaking it all the way down. And matter of fact, to really know, and that's almost like a checking system to see if if the gematria is right. So even with, so you see like that, like well across the board, no matter which style of gematria you use, the number Yark, I mean the letter Yark, letters number, but the letter Yark came down to the value of 6 also. So programming language for the physical matrix, gematria. So if you wanna be, magic, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna be about the magic and be able to manifest things and deal with things on, on that level, You know, like a computer program, if you want to program, programming and create your surroundings, you know what I'm saying? And you might want to know a little bit about the programming language of the computer program that you're in. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, but that's it. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Peace.